He's going to try and safeguard his way out, but the hostile takeover will cancel that, and FAKER will grab it. Just going to go back towards this bottom side of the map and try and clear up these minion waves. Core JJ finds FAKER once again. Shattering Strike going to come through, but he's going to be pulled back by the shockwave. The dissonance comes in. There's the Magnet Storm as FAKER is pulled forward. Can he find the clockwork windup? He doesn't need it.
Happen. Be incredible. Right now, though, Baron Power Play actually working out okay. Summit has to be able to escape this.
Trying to get out of the way, but the Glacial Prison is going to connect. The arrow is going to sail wide. He tries to all out his way through. Does still have a bit of a shield, but FAKER will finish him off. And that is going to be the Nexus turrets falling down. Our observers following the story of Summit, but it's the Nexus that needs to be addressed. And T1 are going to take the game, the first game.
He's trying to come out and punish this, but it's actually T1 who are now in a 3v2 situation. Peanut has to flash away. Even Guma's joining the fight, and T1 are going to start this.
Is spiking so hard right now. They're only up 700 gold here, but the items they have on the carries they have are just so deadly. They're going to actually take this turret, maybe more.
Hayes is just eating the damage. I mean, he just sits on the ball, and FAKER says thank you for...
First view without a real fight is Dorn once again looking for an opportunity.
Wait, it's the same spot. I saw this already, but it was Kaisa. But FAKER says, I am different. I can challenge you. And that he will. He's just holding on, waiting for the 1 second for his shockwave. Doesn't even need it. As Tony going to come in, dodging the shuriken is FAKER, but he's in a lot of trouble. He's alone against 3. And now Zeus is on the run to light, trying to continue on this one. Pays running. This is very well set up for them to just take the Cloud Soul, and that they will. They're just going to take down the objective, and in the front is Owner. He's just going to get ripped to shreds immediately. Guma doesn't even get to do damage in this fight. And Zeus on the run as well, taking a punch. In goes Guma, trying to do something, but at this point it just looks like Gen.G are in total control of this game, and FAKER just going to walk away with just his life. The rest of his team is gone.
The rest of his team is gone, and this game, I think, likely gone with it. And once again, same MO from Gen.G. Control the choke point, kite back to Baron, put Delight in the front. He looks like a squishy target. Maybe you can push onto this Rakan, but Delight will turn on you on a dime, and they just cannot close the distance. Owner tries, ultimately without FAKER's help. But like I was saying before, everything needs to work together with T1, and if there's no vision, if there's no choke point control, you just cannot do it against Gen.G.
Oh boy, FAKER trying his best, but I think Gen.G have their sights on the Nexus as a massive equalizer over the top. Just the cherry on top as Gen.G dominate trouble as he does have some help from his squad, but he is going to be able to get away. Blabber gets hooked by the feathers, and now there's a massive equalizer on the entirety of C1. Just trying to, C9 rather, trying to retreat out of this one. That's a huge fight comes out from Kyria, and they turn this one around, and even the tower can't get into this one, as Kyria will disable that. This might just be a clean ace going into the hands of T1, and that it is. Nobody will fall on the side of T1.
An insane win here for T1, but we all saw it coming. They had control over the Dragon, and at this point in time, Owner is just so tanky. He can absorb a lot of that damage, and as the turn begins, it's really hard to criticize for C9. There really is no correct play.
Now FAKER is just doing a dance in the enemy base at this point in time, picks up the quickness and just kind of shoves it in their face as T1. You know, they're on pace to try to break one of the fastest games that we have had here in the Swiss stage. The turrets of the Nexus are already going down. C9, they're gonna have to make one last stand, and they get the knockup here on a Zeus who loses a total of 0 health at this point in time as the Bard ultimate comes out as well. And Kyria's having a lot of fun at this point. Fudge is in that backline, but he's just going to be ripped to shreds by the feathers once again. As T1 will play with their food, they will get what they deserve after this victory. As down will go the Nexus. T1 will move on to 2-1 in this.
Go do our homework. Kyria finds a tongue lash on the Yagao. No more follow-up here just yet. Nice root coming out from Gumayushi. Now they're going to go in. There's the wombo combo. T1 ain't going to kill anybody just yet. Yagao barely gets away. Owner's ready to swoop in for the Cataclysm. And on gets turned off. Gumayushi flips the switch. And now Shun tries to fire back.
Right now, Zeus did not join. T1 said, we're fine without you, buddy.
All right, pin is low. Still lots of free firing damage coming out from Gumayushi. Remember, there is no ulti available for Alcon. Goes in, finding a Magnet Storm onto 3, but he ain't gonna find any kills just yet. On is gonna die first. They take out the jungler second. Ben ain't gonna get it. Shun is down. T1, run them over.
The range is lethal from T1. 4 versus 5, BLG just can't even get close to T1. And when they finally do, Carrier devours his mid laner.
Is about ready to transform. Magnet Storm was used for a whole lot of nothing. Owner's got Yagao locked down, but Owner's gonna drop instead. He'll trade him back to the mid laner, and Shunt falls too. Now it's 2 inhibitors down, and a 4v3 for T1. The souls are all over the place, but they're the souls of BLG players, as T1 is not stopping here. Elk may have been the one to take out Owner, but now the push just keeps going. Zayas will grab another on bid, as Elk has the killer instinct right back into his own fountain. He flashes away just to live. T1 just stomped BLG in game 1.
Gary is having.
So you can play around as the game goes forward. Oh, it's going to be caught by Shockwave. He could not live through it.
See the mountain goats up on those tiny cliffs? Like, it is crazy.
They're trying to catch Owner this time, but instead it's on, and Gumayushi's unstoppable. They found Yagao. Shut down for fate.
Miracle, but they're sending Zeus right for him. The 2 bouncers here, Carrier and Zeus, gonna make sure he's getting nowhere near that thing.
Not getting an opportunity to even try.
Oh, but they got him with the tongue lash. Elk after flash over the wall. Elk with a potential massive outplay, and Zayas goes into the stasis, but he keeps himself alive. Gumayushi is dominating, and Finn will not find the sun here with a counter strike.
All of T1 is, yes, FAKER with his crown shattered.
Okay, Owner with the engage, forcing the flash out of Yagao. Beautiful flag and drag right back out over the wall. Ben's gonna be the target now as On looks to try to provide some disruption. Shun back over with a ball breaker, but he ain't gonna find a whole lot. Re-engage from Owner. Stopwatch to stop them in their tracks. Oh my goodness, it's T1! Just absolutely rolling over him. Double kill for Guma. Triple kill for Guma. Owner picks up another. Ben's the last man left alive, and he's gonna walk home with a broken leg. T1! Anyway, Super Mega Death Rocket not gonna find the target, but Gumayushi finds the kill on Elk instead, and they'll happily take that. Ben trying to disengage with a lead strike back to his jungler, but now he's gonna be thrown up in the air by Owner yet again. Shut down over to Gumayushi. T1 may have just won the game.
Another convincing fight for T1. BLG just, they have no options in the fight. T1 are just consistently getting the better of them. Shun is forced to retreat. The TP now coming in from both Zayas and FAKER.
T1 are ready to end it here. The early game was tough. The top lane was rough. And for BLG, it was not enough. T1, the greatest team ever in League of Legends, is ready to bring it back and do it again. They're on the Nexus, and they're on their way to the quarterfinals.
As you can see on the bottom of your screen there, Scout doing what he can to just push everything back, but now they might just go in for the counter punch. Scout pulled away, forced to flash out to safety. The Herald still connects. Now FAKER gonna be in trouble, but again, there's no follow-up damage here. Orianna just sitting pretty. Thank you very much, Tarzan. That was terrible. And now what the hell? T1, they're
Gonna be on.
have to be careful about locking themselves in the pit. Keep your eyes on Guma if he gets to the back line. Owner now stepping forward. Dragon Soul stolen, and now it's Gumayushi looking to tear through the entire team. Goes golden right to the back line. Zeus continuing to step up, but Zeka needs to be the difference maker. Zeka needs to hold on, but there are too many members. Free firing into the Gwen. Zeus stands strong on the backside of the fight, taking down so many members.
It's a clean ace for T1. FAKER shockwaves the minions just to speed up the demise of LNG. The Korean fans erupt here as T1 gonna claim game number 1. Busan will not be silenced yet. No, Owner's not happy with just 2 plates. Scout now gonna be in trouble, but they can't quite find the David. FAKER going forward, looking for a bit of revenge. After the first tower dive, he will
try to retake some of this vision, and LNG are going to try to get the scuttle and see if they can find the better angle for the engage.
Scuttle down. Gala great guns for a fight. In terms of sustained DPS, he absolutely outclasses Guma. But if it just comes down to a poke battle, he will not come out on top. LNG forcing the issue.
Long doesn't have a good angle to engage at all, though. Like, look where he's playing. He's almost like trying to mark Zayas, but he needs to get the back line. They're going to go.
Flash in. Owner Gala manages to make it out safety. Isolated for now. Looking for Zayas over the wall. Zayas on the back line. But Gala down, forced to safety. Shock from stacked. Zayas can't find the angle, but the shutdown coming through for FAKER. T1 taking the fight anyway. Gala looked good.
For this objective, Elder just too much power to give over, but T1 patiently prodding, find the angle.
And the fervor of the fans in Busan will not force T1 to play over aggressive.
They keep their discipline, they remain composed, they close out cleanly versus LNG in game 2 and bring us to match point, a semifinal spot on the line. LNG lingered for a bit too long, not respecting the burst, and here comes FAKER, Tarzan, getting shredded by the soldier. One more is gonna do it. Ulti goes a little bit wide, but the second half of the route on the Chain of Corruption will catch. Owner wants to keep this 1v1 going. Scout now retreating, Scout now coming in. Stun goes in, the pullback nice from Scout, buying a bit more time, and now again the follow-up. The steadfast presence, and who is steadfast if not T1 in the face of elimination? 3 back out to the wall. Zayu's firing up with so much damage. Down goes Zika. The pushback is massive. Gala knocked out, and T1 eyes on the prize.
And it's the God of Thunder. He loves his lightning champions, and Jace was always his most iconic. And in this final game, Zeus shows why he still pulls it out.
Final push now. LNG, one last desperate hold, but they've got nothing left. And even as every other LCK team falls away, FAKER stays standing. T1 stays standing. The last light of the LCK burns bright and Busan as they head to the semifinals. Engage, Zeus still standing. Now finally the buy is going in, but it might just be too little too late. Night. SCV to the back of the fight. Zeus ticking, burning with the shutdown to 369. But now they're just fish caught in the barrel, waiting on the slaughter of the curtain call. T1 stepping in and dominating the hair.
Steals it away, and they also get hit. Never mind, he gets a freebie back.
Staying a bit too long, stun now coming through. 369, careful not to overheat too quickly. Continuing to walk forward, making sure now he has the flame spitter to try to bring it back. Shockwave there, Carrier not quite able to connect. Maybe they have the damage. FAKER's gonna be in trouble, missing now, pushing him back, trying to sacrifice. 369 burns down to the ignite of Carrier, missing, killed as well. The play, if they get the Drake as well, it's everything. Owner waiting in the darkness. JDG, this is such a tough angle to fight from. Continuing to stay around, continuing to stick around, willing to give up so many resources. The crash in mid lane already happened from the Herald, the tower slowly but surely crashing. Rather breaking down now as Dragon still aggroed here, Carrier playing on the edge. Ruler going through the portal. Feathers fly, but to little effect as JDG just has to run the pullback over the wall. Now they're just trying to isolate, take out Zeus. Big goal influx for the side of JDG. Can they take the follow fight? Already the equalizer burned. Carrier running through the magical journey. Everybody trying to get out, but Owner will be denied. Owner cannot find the escape, but it doesn't matter because T1 are there in time. Missing, trying to fire back. Gumayushi out of ammo, desperately trying to reload, but here comes the kunai. Here comes Knight to flash away to safety. 3 shots left in the barrel. Manages to lock him down, playing on the edge, missing. Has he stepped
FAKER's coming!
far? FAKER on the flank. No shockwave. A lot of help. Has to play careful here. Knight, no ultimate. Needs to make his way out of this one. The lockup there from Guma from so far away. Owner coming in. The pullback on him missing. Trying not to stick around for too long. One taken down already. Knight now going in, trying to turn it back. Guma says not. Really gonna look to knock him down. Can they find it? Konami going right back into Zeus. Owner in the area. Getting damage coming in for the Dark Blade. Missing on the back. They're trying to buy some space. With a shockwave. It's clean. And in comes the curtain call. And it's Zeus wreaking havoc on all of JDG to finish the fight. T1 looking to break over the base of JDG.
That's a clean ace. That's got to be the game. I think they can switch for the end.
Halts construction on the Golden Road immediately. T1 have something to say about it.
From start to finish, they have been in the driver's seat from the creative passing in the early game of Owner to shut down 369. T1 have their eyes on the prize, and the prize alone. A spot in the finals, or at least one game closer. T1 showing up massive in this first game. Missing, and Konami should not be enough. The Nexus lower and lower. T1 drawing first blood in this series.
And not give an engage opportunity. Have to be a little bit careful about that one.
Good news is
But Zeus is behind. They're going for it. T1.
For the angle missing, could be in trouble here. Zeus on the backside looking to lock up, trying to take down a bit more damage. Infernal Chain's not going to be very effective. Knight going golden, has a bit more space. Konami now on the way in. In goes Konami, and that should just be it. T1 holding on for dear life. FAKER uncontested on the backside. Gumichi going golden, but he is going to go down. The flash out will not be enough. GA up just in time to keep Konami standing. It's a clean ace in the base of T1 as JDG will move on and close out game 2.
It's a textbook
For the 50-50, but it's absolutely psycho. Flashes over the arrow. Faker goes in. It's incredibly clean. JDG with the counter punch. Can they get anything back? Ruler untouched on the backside. Dragon still standing, but Owner will take that away too. My God, what an engage from T1.
Owner, you magnificent beast! What in the world? He makes the engage happen and he secures the Dragon T1. Whoa! My favorite story about Owner too is that his name.
Absolutely is. I think maybe now caught out again just to call it Chronicler. But Kanavi in the meantime just trying to isolate Zeus. He needs to be careful though because the rest of T1 is now coming in. Missing running for the hills, but he surely will go down. Faker grabbing the kill. 369 being forced out of the pit. Locked up. Cloud Rift. On the side, T1 just need to weather the storm.
and the heal is good in lane, but once you get out, it is very tough not to have the cleanse.
Zeus on the flank.
Here's the side. TP coming in. Faker looking to make the play against Ruler. Owner goes in, and again the combos are clean. The hostile takeover is damn well hostile. T1 looking to leave no survivors alive. 369 and then the entire team will get absolutely nothing. T1 in the clutch are too damn clean. Faker predicts Ruler's flash. He gets there first. He catches him with the ultimate. It is a clean ace.
The T1 gonna go up to match point, and it's Faker that sets it up, Owner that knocks it down.
Just when you think that JDG are in total control, it wasn't even about the Cloud Soul. It was a single moment from T1 that gave them this game, that set them up for a match point. Missing, he won't be enough. T1 gonna break the base. T1 gonna move on to match point. A clean fight out of nowhere secures them their second game. To be the difference maker here. A good shockwave, this airy follow-up could be enough for JDG to take the fight, but for now they're focused on the objective. Owner zoning them away. 2.5K, it's getting lower and lower. They will burn it down, they get what they came for. T1, do they want to stay for the fight? Knockup coming through. Owner caught up. Flag and Drag will take him out to safety. Kanavi burning on the back side. Owner still standing with Ruler with the lightning crash now trying to go in, but goes golden. Carrier buys a bit more space for the rest of the team. Arrows coming in from the bars. Ruler incredibly low, but maybe, just maybe, he can turn it back. But Guma's still standing tall. He can't walk into range. T1 starting to feel like an inevitability. Ruler Zeri, not enough.
T1 are running JDG in circles in these team fights. What?
Taylor's flashing forward, just trying to deny, just trying to zone them away. Blood in their eyes. They want everything. They'll break the tier 1.
And Zeus, the team right where Owner lived,
The lineup is perfect there. They've locked up Ruler. That's all that they need. Zeus now stepping in. Zeus desperate to get the Q3, but he cannot find the angle. Ruler now retreating. T1, will they go for more? Flashing from Owner. Kanavi now in trouble. Wild Throw coming out. T1 find the angle. Barreling down the top side with the Baron. Ready to break the backs of JDG. The magical journey for T1 coming through. And perhaps the golden road. Locked up.
Knight is locked.
The crown will not stop that. And he's only a knight. Faker knocking him down. Unstoppable. And cuts for JDG.
I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life.
So much riding on these last minutes. JDG trying to defend their golden road as it crumbles before them. T1, the onslaught will not stop. Third inhibitor goes down.
T1 pushing in.
they're not done.
They've got the Baron still. 36 seconds. 5K Red Bull Baron power play backing them up. Zeus finding an initial knockup, just a bit of poke. Single misstep from JDG and T1 can instantly fully commit to the fight. It's the shockwave. Kanavi getting lower and lower, falling apart under the pressure. JDG's hope dwindling. They've taken down BLG. They've taken down LNG. It is not LPL versus LCK. It is T1 versus the LPL. And they like those odds as they move to finals.
I think it actually makes the cannon minions. They become very difficult to actually wave clear out. It allows you to harass your opponent, but Guma
be in a bit of trouble here as Chris looks for it. An immediate cleanse does get out of the way. Nature's Cross isn't going to connect, but there is a twisted advance. Hostile takeover across everyone, though, but the Shy is just gigantic. Guma trying to hop away. The bait goal, the knockups, and meanwhile, Wei is going down. Faker collects it before falling down.
Granada that does it again. Keria standing at the ready, keeps Guma alive throughout all of it. And T1, the goal before this was even Weibo picked up the dragon, but after this fight, multiple kills going over the T1. Baron secured.
Still going to look for that reset angle, and now with the Baron buff in tow, T1 feel like they don't need a reset to try and break open the base of Weibo here in game 1 of the finals. Nature's Grasp flying forward. Ona still has that GE. Remember, Chris going down so incredibly low. Zeus just executes the Chai off to the side, and there is another one. This guy's Yone is just absurd. And the inhibitor's going to go down. Weiwei is burning there as well. As now Xiaohu tries to be the hero, but it does not work out. And I think T1 are just going to end game 1 here.
And the early game, T1 not able to get a bunch of crucial kills, but they don't let it phase them. They are able to find the one skirmish they're looking for.
As they do manage to secure this Rift Herald, we'll see whether Weibo can get themselves out of here. Light going to be hostile takeover, but he's the only one. And now Zeus looking for the target. Faker dives in though as well. He's going to collect the first with the help of Ona. Chris going to be spotted, but he does put that ward down. That is going to get there. The Drake going down very, very low, and now the paranoia comes in. Faker looks for the Spirit Rush, and he does find it. The hostile takeover is massive as they get rid of Light immediately. Weiwei taken down for the double kill for Ona. Xiaohu now trying to get some damage in the back end. It does take down the Nocturne, but it's Chris fighting on the bottom side of the map for Gumayuchi.
You know how many people are responding, and T1, they're looking for more.
Yep, Xiaohu already taking a bit of poke damage. Light will turn up. As 4 members are here, teleport event not available for the Chai, but they dive in. The turret goes down, the needlework just rips the center to shreds. And Zeus just by himself destroying everyone. Hostile takeover comes in. Light has the cleanse, but you can't cleanse death. It's a triple kill for Zeus, and they'll get to work on the inhibitor. It might just be the game right here.
Zeus playing like his namesake. A god, this guy is going crazy in the finals.
Just extraordinary as Zeus helps clear up this second Nexus turret, and T1 at match point already.
We will see if Weiwei is able to maybe make a play towards bot side as Owner making his way over to mid.
That's going to safeguard forward there as Faker dashes in, and Xiaohu will survive. Faker.
Guma and Keria are so hard to attack in a lot of these situations.
Q going to connect there. Nice little knock up as Keria tries to find it. There's the quickness onto 2. The kick gets the knock up onto Xiaohu. The Empress Divide only gets Ona, but that will get him out. But Weiwei's not going to be so lucky. The Chai got in here, and now he might be in trouble. He breaks the chains, but is he still going to be able to get out? Gumayuchi decides he wants to fight Light towards the bottom side. That was the right call. Zeus grabs the double kill, and Weibo lose out on the fight.
And while the laning setup is there this time around for Weibo, their early game looking a lot better. The skirmishes, they're still not able to make work, although teleport coming in.
Yeah, teleport from this top side of the river. Xiaohu coming in, looking for the opportunity, doesn't have the ultimate. They secure the Drake as T1. Grand Entrance not going to find the target there. Onto Crisp as the Tempered Fate comes in. Faker trying to play bouncer to keep his team alive. And the ultimate doesn't really work out here from Gumayuchi. Pretty safe now on that back line.
Look at Keria though. It's so hard for Weibo to walk up because Keria is on that sideline. They know he's there.
Yeah, he flashes in. He finds himself the charm onto 4s. There is the ultimate from the Chai, but it just doesn't quite do enough. They try and get out, but Faker has the perfect execution and locks down his fellow ninja. Xiaohu now taking a whole lot of damage, and Faker is in the shroud. He's toying with him. It's a double kill. What? Fire! And back in again. It's a triple for Faker. Zeus is going to be able to help lock down the next one. Faker event.
Great in lane has really been impressive in team fights, and it just feels like a rejuvenated Faker.
And he goes again, as now Ona looking for that opportunity as well. Backflip connects also as the perfect execution comes forward. Has he overstepped? The answer is no, because he had the stopwatch anyway, and now the cavalry comes in. Crisp, the next to go down. Weiwei, he's under a turret. Zeus flashes on top. The lethal Aatrox gonna get it done, and T1, they feel like it's Baron time.
It's the king at home. Respect the name. Faker, the greatest of all time. Styling on him in Seoul.
And Light desperately trying to get something going here. Not going to be the case.
He's not going to be allowed to because Faker wants to keep his whole house alive as well, but it's not going to work out. He goes into the shroud. I don't know whether this is necessarily what you...
They're going to get the next Baron, and they're going to win the series in Keria.
Gonna get knocked up here as Ona comes on over. He's here to protect his support. The quickness ties them all up, and Xiaohu going to be the next target. He finds 2 with the Empress Divide, but Crisp just evaporates. Weiwei going to suffer the same fate as Zeus is on the warpath light, able to sidestep, finds the chains of corruption, but there's not enough damage. Xiao, decent flash to try and get himself out, but he's not out of the woods yet as Faker tidies up that kill, and they are just so far ahead. Owner secures light with a sonic wave, and the Shy finds himself alone heading back towards his base. That's the double kill, that's the clean ace for T1.
And T1, Weibo try, they know they have to contest this dragon, they have to contest the soul, but they're not even given the opportunity. They thought they got Keria, but Keria says, come get me.
And it looks to me like they're going to take this inhibitor and move back. It may not be the end of the series, but it might be the last moment.
Zeus won't even get that.
It's heartbreaking as now they take a magical journey over Zeus. He likes this one though, 1 versus 3. He's absorbing so much, the Emperor's Divide. It comes in, but he's still alive. What's going on? Faker tidies up the first. Everyone's just exploding. As Wei trying to get something done, but it does not matter. T1 are too strong.
4 times T1 has lost in a Game 5. 4 times they've been knocked out, and 4 times they have got back up for this moment.
It was 7 years since their last, a decade since their first. The SKT legacy has been reignited. T1 will be your 2023 World Champions.
It took them 2 years.
Go crazy, berserker. Show them.